Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Courtney and today I'm going to be showing you guys all of my greatest hair secrets and how to get long bombshell hair like me. If you want to see my secrets, then just keep on watching. So guys, I'm going to start off with tip number 1, which is hair vitamins. The one I use is this one. It's not really focusing there, sorry about that. But this is the Nature's Bounty Hair, Skin, and Nails vitamin. A lot of people always ask me, do you really think the hair vitamins work? Do you think it's a gimmick? I honestly do think the hair vitamins work. I notice a difference as soon as I start taking them that my hair is growing faster again. They contain mostly biotin and vitamin E. And also I just think it never hurts to have extra vitamins in your diet. Obviously, if you want to take them, consult a doctor first before you implement them into your diet. But I definitely notice a difference with taking hair vitamins 100%. I've been taking this brand for I don't know how long. A long time. But this isn't the only good brand. There's lots of other good brands out there too, like Ollie and other ones I'm sure. But these are just the ones I take. So tip number 1. My next tip is these guys. This is the It's a 10 Miracle Leave-In product. This does 10 things instantly. Inhibits dry, damaged hair, adds shine, detangles, controls frizz, seals and protects hair color, helps prevent split ends, inhibits hair breakage, creates silkiness, enhances natural body, and flat iron spray and thermal protection. Guys, I think this definitely does all of those things and more. This is an amazing product. I've been using it since I'm like 8 years old. I have a big one and a small one because no matter where I am or if I go on a trip, I always need this with me. I cannot survive without it. And yeah, so I have a little one and a big one and I go through these like crazy. If there's any product I could recommend you guys to get today, it would be these. These also make your hair really manageable as well. Like when you have long hair, it becomes a lot to deal with, and this just makes your hair so silky, so easy to comb through, which brings me to my next recommendation, and it would be a wet brush. A wet brush will make the biggest difference in your life. If you've never used a wet brush, I highly recommend you use one. I honestly don't know what I was doing before I had one of these. All I know is that it was a lot harder to manage my long hair then than it is now. These are so much less damaging on your hair than a regular brush. It's insane. Like, I've used a regular brush when I've had to every now and again, and sometimes I don't even want to brush my hair because it's that much of a difference. It's so hard compared to using one of these. Another thing is when you get out of the shower and your hair is wet, you can get a lot of breakage when you comb your hair and it's wet, and even more breakage when it's dry. So that's another tip. Never comb your hair or brush your hair when it's dry. It can be really hard on your hair. Try to only comb your hair once a day. But when you do use this, when your hair is wet, with this product, this makes it really smooth and silky, and then this brush makes it really easy to comb through, and it's like the perfect little like marriage. It's really, really good. So highly recommend this guy as well. And then the next thing I will recommend is this Olaplex line. This Olaplex line honestly really is a good line. I think a lot of people don't want to use it because it is very expensive, and at first I was a little hesitant too. I was like, what can be so special about this shampoo? Because I think at Sephora it's like $30 a bottle. But it lasts a long time actually. A little bit goes a really long way. So that's a really positive thing. And it honestly can take your hair from straw to like beautiful, silky bombshell hair. Honestly, if you're going somewhere across seas or you're going to be in salt water a lot or on a trip, this would be a really good thing to pack because it takes your hair from being super dried out from that salt water to super silky and beautiful, and it really repairs your hair. So I would really recommend these. This is the Olaplex number 5 and number 4, the shampoo and the conditioner. And then another really good one that I use is the number 6 Bond Smoother. This just strengthens, hydrates, and moisturizes, speeds up blow dry time while smoothing, eliminates frizz and flyaways for up to 72 hours. I only do this like once every 2 weeks or once every week, but I would say once every 2 weeks is better. When my hair is wet, I just comb this through and it makes my hair really beautiful and silky. And then I have the oil too, I just can't find it. Oh, here it is. The Olaplex Bonding Oil. This stuff again is really, really good as well. It's so nourishing. It makes your hair so shiny, so silky. You don't want to use too much. I've literally had this since Christmas and I've barely gone through it. It's definitely worth investing in because it lasts such a long time and you only need a little bit. But yeah, this is another really, really good one too. If you want to get healthy, nourished hair, I would recommend using oils, but just keep them on the ends. Avoid your roots because you don't want your hair to get greasy and weighed down. And yeah, next I have this Bio Silk Therapy, and this is exactly what it says it is. It is silk therapy for your hair. This stuff is so good. I live in Canada, so I get mine from Shoppers, but I know you can get this really big one for only $25 at places like Marshalls and Winners if you keep an eye out for it. And it's just the Bio Silk Silk Therapy Original. You can also get it at places like Chatters too, but it's more expensive, so I'd recommend getting it at a place like Marshalls where it's cheaper and more affordable and you get a way bigger container. But again, the reason I have a small one is so I can fill the small one up with the big one because I like to have this on holidays with me too, and I just don't like to be without my favorite hair products because they really, really do make that big of a difference for me. Next, I have all these. So basically, a coil, ponytail, and then a scrunchie. I use these all the time. They're so much less hard on your hair than a regular elastic. This one I just use at night when I want to put my hair up in a bun on top of my head, a loose bun, or this one I use to put my hair in a lower ponytail. The nice thing about these is they don't leave kinks in your hair, so they're amazing. And both of these are way less harsh on your hair than a normal elastic, which leads me to another point actually. Oh, this is just my cat Lazarus, guys. I think he wants out. I'll be right back. So sleeping with your hair while having it up can really be damaging to your hair. So be very careful if you do want to maintain your style for a couple of days. Up in a very loose bun with a scrunchie, or you can use one of these guys to just hold your scrunchie in place. These are also really good for putting your hair back when you do your makeup. I got these at Walmart. They're the Goody brand and they were super, super cheap, and you can just do your makeup like that, or you can actually take all your hair, wrap it up, and then just secure it with one of these, and that works good too. You can also put it in a loose braid, but don't put it up in a clip and stuff. It can be very damaging to sleep with your hair up. You don't want extra damage that you don't need, especially while you're sleeping and nobody can see you. It makes no sense. So yeah, that's a mistake I used to make, was sleep with a clip in my hair, and I realized I was getting a little bit of breakage in my bangs, so that's definitely something I avoid now. Next, Amika dry shampoo. So this dry shampoo is really, really good. It doesn't weigh your hair down. Another good dry shampoo is the Batiste dry shampoo. It's super affordable. You can get it almost anywhere. I'd highly recommend the Batiste Original. I love that stuff. Well, what I would say about dry shampoo, you want to be careful that you're not using too much. It can cause a lot of buildup on your scalp, which can cause dandruff. So I don't use very much dry shampoo. I only use a little bit and I don't overdo it. But dry shampoo can be really good for body and extending your style. I know another thing is people don't want to wash their hair every single day because they want to maintain those natural oils. So dry shampoo can be good to do it, but it depends how long you're going. Like some people only wash their hair every 2 weeks, every week, and that's great if that works for them. I have really, really fine hair and it's really long, so my hair is really heavy. So I actually can't go that long without washing my hair. I also like to work out a lot and I actually really enjoy washing my hair, so I actually have to keep myself from washing it sometimes just to give it a day to rest. But I just have very, very fine hair. Some people can go up to 2 weeks or a week without washing it and be fine, but it's important not to go too long without washing it, because another thing that causes your hair to actually grow is stimulating your scalp while you're in the shower shampooing. And Another thing is when you have all that buildup of that dry shampoo when you're not washing your hair and you're not stimulating your scalp, is it actually clogs your follicles and then your hair can't grow out. So that's another thing to keep in mind as well. So I think like a happy medium balance. Try to go every other day if you wash it every day right now, and maybe every 2 days if that works for you. The most I could ever go is every 2 days. I still shower every single day in my body, but I'll try to extend my hairstyle, especially if I use heat on it. That's another tip. Don't use heat on your hair every single day. That is probably my number one tip. One of my number one tips. Don't use heat on your hair every single day. It can be so damaging to use heat on your hair every single day. It's like the worst thing you can do. Try not to use any heat on your hair during the week and only use heat on the weekends, and when you do, try to extend that style. A way that I don't use heat on my hair is I actually curl my hair with a robe like this, and then I tie my hair around both sides, and it creates this beautiful like beachy wave look and super pretty, and it can last like 2 days. What I will say is it can take a little bit of practice, but if you guys want it, I'd love to make a video on how I do that for you. So just comment down below and let me know if you'd like to see me tie my hair in the robe for the natural curls. My next tip would be don't color your hair too much and don't bleach your hair too much. I'm naturally blonde, naturally dirty blonde, so all of this is like my natural dirty blonde. But I only actually highlight the top and my roots, and that's how I keep my hair healthy. If I highlighted all of this, what would happen is I would actually really damage my hair because bleach is so damaging. I only highlight my hair every 2 to 3 months. I try to go for 3 months, 4 if possible, and you just really don't want to over color your hair, over highlight your hair, over bleach your hair. It's just the most damaging thing. That and heat are like deadly. But I know that can be really hard, especially for me. I always feel like a new person when my hair is highlighted. You feel amazing. When your hair is done, you feel like $1 million, and it's so hard not to do it. But try to experiment with different styles. Try to enjoy that extra dimension your roots give you. And just try to work with it until you get your hair highlighted again, because your hair really will thank you. The less heat and the less highlights, the better, or just dyeing in general. What else? I just wrote all my tips for you guys on this piece of paper, so I'm just making sure. Oh, trims. So it's actually a myth that you need to trim your hair every month or so, but you should trim off all the dead ends. It may not necessarily make your hair grow longer, but it will make your hair look better. So I trim mine about every 3 months, I would say, or anytime I have dead ends to take off. And that works well for me. You don't want to overcut it, but you do want to cut it if there's dead ends. Oh, that's the other thing. What I was also going to tell you guys when I said, like, don't overwash your hair. The thing is, when you do wash your hair too much, and I'm guilty of this, shampoo really dries out your scalp and really dries out your hair. So that's another reason why people tell you don't wash your hair so much, is because it can dry your hair out. But again, it's still important to shampoo your hair to keep your scalp nice and clean and take all that buildup out. So like I said, finding a balance every other day, every 2 days, or if you can, some girls go every week, 2 weeks. For my fine hair, like I said, it doesn't work so well, but for you it might work really good. So guys, just to sum things up, my top 2 tips are don't use heat on your hair, and don't bleach your hair, and don't dye your hair. Using those 2 tips, you can improve your hair so much. You don't need to spend all this crazy money. Just doing those 2 things that are completely free will really improve your hair. My hair is 100% all natural. I've never had extensions in my life. This is 100% all my hair, and trust me, you can have this hair too. All you have to do is take really good care of your hair and use some of these tips, and your hair will improve so much. So guys, these are all my secrets to having naturally long hair. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!